Hi everyone, this is Rudranath Goswami from Nepal. I have completed my bachelor degree from Western College of Hotel Management, India. Today I am going to describe about the concept of hospitality. Before going to the concept of hospitality, I would like to clarify the exact meaning of hotel management in the context of Nepal or India. The people says cooking, fooding or attending guests and showing hospitality in a luxurious room is a hotel management. But exactly it is not. Hotel management is a big industry just like a tree has so many branches. In the same way, the hotel management or the industry has also so many branches which include supervision, coordination and administration, accommodation, food and drink and many more. To handle these areas, this industry demands skills like management, interpersonal skills, financial management, human resource management, common communication skills, etc. What is the reason for the people to select hotel management? Hotel management is only one industry who is working for others. Though we have tired or having pain in our legs or being far from our boss, but whenever we see the guest, we give a pleasant smile in our face and greet the guest to make the guest happy. Hence, we feel proud to be a hotelier. This is the reason we are selecting hotel management. Now let us go on the topic, the concept of hospitality. Hospitality refers to the relationship between a guest and the host, whereas the host receives the guest with a goodwill including the reception and entertainment of guests, visitors or strangers. The word hospitality is derived from the Latin word hospes that means guest or a stranger. In context of Nepal or India, hospitality is based on the principle Atithi Devo Bhava, meaning the guest is God. Whenever any guest comes to our home, first of all we greet the guest, then we offer any drinks and make a space for them to relax. In the same way, when the guest comes into the hotel, we greet the guest and offers welcome drinks. After that, we allocate the guest to his room for his or her relaxation. This is the hospitality of the hotel. Hospitality is the reception and entertainment of guests or visitors with liberality and goodwill. The most important aspect of the hospitality refer to warm welcome, reception and cordiality. It is the warm reception which invariably induces providing a pleasant atmosphere by means of its available facilities and activities. Hospitality service is about catering a sense of well-being to the guest. It is a feeling that their needs are being met and their business are valued. Hospitality service can be characterized as follows. Number one, intangibility. What is the word intangibility means? The customer cannot touch, feel or smell. They can simply develop an imaginary picture about they are going to see the meeting point. This is the intangibility. The second one is inseparability. A person who possesses a particular skill by using equipment to handle a tangible product provides a service. Therefore, service cannot be separated from the person or from providing it. The third one is heterogeneity. In the hospitality, the service and products are offered to humans simultaneously. The human element is very much involved in providing and rendering services. For example, a chef who cooks best dishes in best possible manner with full attention, but every time same chef may behave differently while preparing same dishes or while presenting it. The fourth one is perishability. In hospitality, service cannot be stored because they are perishable. For example, a valet bedroom in a hotel or an unsold seat in a dining room represent a total loss or even a fluctuating demand. The fifth one is ownership. When one buys a produce, he becomes its owner, be it a shop, book, food, etc. In case of service, you only pay for it, but you never own it. For example, a guest simply hears the hotel rooms, but does not own it. I hope you understand this line. Whenever your guest is coming to the hotel, he is staying for a particular time. He is paying for that particular room, but he is never going to own that particular room because finally he is going to leave that room. He is only paying for a particular night or a certain period of time. The hospitality industry consists of a broad category of fields within the service industry that includes accommodation, restaurants and bars, event planning, theme parks, transportation, cruise line, and additional fields within the travel and tourism industry. Specifically, hospitality industry is a part of travel and tourism industry, but accommodation and catering is a part of hospitality industry, which is limited within the periphery of hotels and catering industries. It ranges from small accommodation to star category hotels and restaurants. It is the industry of providing required and necessary service to the travelers to different purposes, especially for leisure or pleasure activities. Generally, hospitality industry is divided into two sectors. They are number one, private sector. Industries owned by the group of individual or franchised by the expertise of hospitality management in a soul of entrepreneurship is called private sector. Hospitality industries in the private sector include accommodation, catering, travel agency, tour operators, transport guide and information service, entertainment and leisure products. The second one is public or government sector. Industries owned by the government or public association and sole entrepreneurship is called public sector. Hospitality industry in the public sector include planning and development, NTB in the case of Nepal. Transportation, immigration, custom and excise, marketing, licensing and regulation, etc. The new names of the hospitality industry have increasingly been created by the retailer of its business, namely hotel, resort, guest house, rest house, safari lodge, cottage, pub, bar, and other groups. It has to be focused on the basic needs of the guest and their physical. Example, a safe and comfortable surrounding to live in, quality food and beverage, and excellent service, psychological. Example, the urge to buy. It can be helped by indirectly advertising the various things in the establishment that may appeal to them. Social. Example, guests or visitors want a pleasant atmosphere, relaxation, and entertainment. Practical example. Guests or visitors want facilities for travel arrangement to fit in hospitality services. One should have the virtue of friendliness, helpfulness, and willingness towards the guest. This service is about creating a sense of well-being in the guest, making them feel welcome and valued, and at the same time ensuring that they are more than expected. Guest needs and expectation must be always anticipated by the employees. This will not only bring profit to the establishment but also will yield extra individual benefits to the staff. Now let us discuss about the hospitality and services. The word hospitality and services is referred to willingness and doing something for somebody in the best way. It is a human behavior of elegancy that is based upon the theoretical and practical exercise. Hospitality and services are two sides of a coin. Without one side of the coin remains incomplete. It is about catering services to guests who are away from their home environment and have high expectation and needs a quality product, services and atmosphere. Hospitality and service is about creating a sense of well-being to the guest as they become customer wising to receive the required services. It is a feeling that their needs and being met and the business valued. It is difficult to weigh or measure the hospitality services. It denotes relationship between service provider and receiver. The different service in the hospitality industries mean giving guests a little more than they expect. If the guests are ignored, treated rudely, or cheated, they are left with negative feelings or anger and frustration, and the future business of the hotel is negatively affected in the concept of hospitality and service. There are two main types of services. Number one is personalized service. It is an intangible services that exist but difficult to desire the describe, understand and measure. It is about creating a sense of well-being to the travelers or guests, making them feel welcome and valued, while at the same time ensuring that their needs are looked after. It is a non-material service which does not exist a physical thing but is largely more emotional than rational. So it requires the interpersonal skill and attitude such as honesty, loyalty, willingness, trustworthiness, dependability, and reliability. It refers to a service personnel as the key to provide a high-level personalized, individualized service. Second one is material service. It is referred to as intangible services. It denotes something that can be touched or felt physically or that can be clearly seen to exist. It is generally something provided good personal service without the person service without the backup of goods material service. It is product of the industry that is regarding is the physical facilities that the customer buys and uses. So customers are more likely to comment on material service when it is below the standard. The key to success in the hospitality business is to provide a quality standard of both external and material service. Every establishment supplies its guests with transportation, accommodation, food and drinks and other facilities. But if the establishment also focused on providing a high level of personal service, simultaneously the business will have the competitive frame. Let us discuss about the transcript of the nature of the hospitality services. The first one is simultaneity. Simultaneity is one of the characteristics of a service which differentiates it from a product. It refers to the idea that the production and consumption of a service occur simultaneously, making it impossible to produce and store a service prior to consumption. Next one is inseparability. Inseparability is used in marketing to describe a key quality of services as distinct from goods. Inseparability is the characteristic that a service has which renders it impossible to divorce the supply or production from the service from its consumption. The next one is heterogeneity. Fundamental characteristics of services which results in variation from one service to another or variation in the same service from day to day or from customer to customer. Heterogeneity makes it hard for a firm to standardize the quality of its service opposite to homogeneity. The next one is perishability. Services are intangible and cannot be stored as inventory. Hence, it can never get perished because the service cannot be stored. Demand forecasting becomes a major problem for the marketing managers, and a slight mismatch in the demand may lead to the loss of potential sales and customers. For an example, doctors provide service to the patients if the clinic is closed for a week. The service can be rendered to the customers the next week, whereas in the case of restaurant, if it is closed for the week, same food cannot be served the next week because of the perishability issue. Intangibility can neither be seen, physically felt and touched, but are valued. Takes less time to get the service done and can be relayed quickly. Services typically have both tangible and intangible elements. Services cannot be experienced before it is bought. Services cannot be easily touched by the five physical senses, intangible services. Hospitality services are recognized by some characteristics which make it possible for the service to be seen, touched, tasted, heard, or handled. Thank you for listening for this class. I will be soon back with the next topic, Introduction to the Tourism. Have a nice time. Thank you.